Hello and welcome back to the Common Colt Podcast, a Colts podcast with real takes and no clickbait. I'm Josh Hudgens, joined by Dan Hertzler. And boy, oh boy, Dan, what do we got going on today?
We got another good day. We got our faithful, wonderful owner, man, who he just loves to throw out some things. And, man, he put out a tweet out there pretty much just kind of like saying all these options were on the table, got a picture of the four quarterbacks and just kind of a, hey, what are we going to do? And, caused a little bit of stir because, that's what Jim Irsay does. Josh, what's your take? You think this is real? You think this is just him trolling? What do you think Irsay's doing here?
The one thing that Jim Irsay does as an owner is I think he might be the most interesting owner in the NFL, honestly. And I think this is a good example of that. Obviously, he says, hey, look, 2023 draft's coming up. We have 4 options. We have all these options. We could stay, we could trade up, we could trade back. And then he's got the 4 quarterbacks. So to me, some people on Twitter were retweeting this and commenting saying, hey, Jim Irsay just leaked the Colts draft board. These are the way these pictures are ordered, which was Richardson number 1, CJ Stroud number 2, Bryce Young 3, and then Will Levis number 4. Pretty much what some people are putting their tinfoil hats on are saying that Irsay kind of leaked the draft board, which I don't think is the truth at all. I think the one thing that Jim Irsay does is he likes attention. He's always done this on Twitter. He's done it for years. He even sometimes, I remember he got himself in a little bit of trouble when he uppercased L and Luck after Luck had retired and made some fans think that Luck was coming back. So I don't know if he does this stuff on purpose or if he just likes the attention, but this is not a leaked draft board. In my opinion, I think Jim Irsay is just a freaking loose cannon. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you, but I think it brings into a question that I don't know if we know the answer, and I think it's a pretty good discussion, is how much say do you think Jim Irsay has in this pick? Like if we're sitting here, and again, let's just assume that it's coming down to a quarterback, okay? The Colts are going to take a quarterback. How much do you think if things are all even, Jim Irsay just says, no, we're taking that guy? Do you think he does that or do you think he stays out of it?
I think he lets Chris Ballard and he's going to let Shane Steichen do their thing and he's going to listen and he's going to sit in on this. He might have to approve a certain move. From what I understand, he's kind of, it seems like he's hands-on a lot, but he doesn't get involved unless if he thinks the team's going in a bad direction. For example, a few years ago, Chris Ballard wasn't going to bring back T.Y. Hilton, and Irsay got his hands muddy and said, hey, no, we're going to pay T.Y. the extra money and bring him back. So I think if he thinks his quarterback situation would be going in a bad situation, he'd get involved. But something tells me with Chris Ballard coming back, he's going to give Ballard a little more space than what you might think he's giving him.
Let me ask you this. Maybe you can rank them, okay? We got Irsay, we got Ballard, we got Shane Steichen, head coach. In what order do you think has the most important in that, head coach, general manager, or the owner? Give me the order for the Colts.
For the Colts, oh man, I'm gonna go Ballard 1A, Irsay 1B, then Shane somewhere down there is a C. Shane's fairly new, but I will say though, it is important. This quarterback they draft is going to have to fit the system. I just think that Irsay is not going to let something fly, no matter how cute we want to say and how politically correct we want to be and say that, oh yeah, Shane's opinion matters, which it does because he's got to play with the guy. If Irsay doesn't like this thing, if Irsay doesn't like this quarterback, it doesn't matter what Shane thinks about the guy. He's not getting picked. It's as simple as that. Irsay cuts the checks at the end of the day.
Yeah, I don't agree with you. I don't think it's necessarily like, okay, whatever number one says, that's what they're going to do. I think they all have a play of this, but I agree that I think they hired Shane Steichen knowing that they were going to get a quarterback and they're going to start from this process. So I think his opinion is really high up there. Everyone's got their favorites. Some people, love Will Levis. Some people like Anthony Richardson. Others are saying, hey, move down and just start all over again. I mean, you've seen even, if CJ Stroud falls, let's take him. All these quarterbacks, there's some pros, there's some cons. And in the end of the day, we're going to cheer on whoever the Colts pick. But I would love to just kind of be a fly in that war room. I think Irsay's just a good old fashioned troll. I don't know if he initially started trying to troll, but he likes the attention. He gets the attention. He puts out all these kind of contests, gives out all these kind of rewards and prizes and stuff. Yeah, and I think he has fun with it. I think at the end of the day, Colts are taking a quarterback, and I'm going to say that it's going to be Shane Steichen, I think, is ahead of actually Chris Ballard in this decision because they brought in Steichen to do this. And so he doesn't got the final say, but I think he's got a lot more power than maybe a normal head coach would have with the Colts.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the right answer probably is, like you said, it is kind of a team effort, but at the end of the day, Irsay is going to say yay or nay, in my opinion. I mean, that's just how it is. And I'm guessing in these head coach interviews that took quite a while for the Colts, the quarterbacks were at least briefly touched on. So they probably had an idea of what Shane was thinking before they even hired the guy, obviously. So, guys, let us know what you think about the quarterback situation in Indianapolis, maybe how you think that hierarchy goes. And if you're thinking, hey, maybe Minshew's the quarterback, and we actually have a Minshew shirt for sale, check that out. Link is in our description, so there it is, popped up on the screen. Let us know what you think, guys. Comment below, and until next time, thanks for watching the Common Colt Podcast.